Hello everyone, Yubel Master here, aka 38 the Master 1, bringing you another live stream for the Yubel community, and we're still in Diamond unfortunately. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get to Master 1, so I think we're going to reduce our goals here, because I was very busy this month, so that in combination with just me struggling in Diamond for some reason, yeah, so we're gonna just go for Diamond 1 this season. Maybe next season we can go higher. I'm not sure if there's any changes on the ban list that would help. But either way, I think we'll just try our best. And also we'll have a good an easier time in the lower ranks. So yeah, because we're gonna be our rank reset's gonna be going down to Platinum, yeah. So we'll be starting in Platinum next season, I think. But yeah. Hello, the Zexel6. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I'm Fluor lost right now. I have a Droll and Lockbird here. He might have an Imperm, though. Lurian hand isn't too bad, actually. Oh, this is awkward, actually, because we have both the Dark Beckoning Beast in hand, so we're gonna have to somehow shuffle them back. It's gonna be kind of awkward, actually. Oh, actually, low-key, I should have activated Nightmare Pain first, and then searched for the Lotus, and then done the second normal summon on Lotus. I wasn't quite thinking about that, but that's fine. Okay, this is tricky, because, like, I can go into... I can't really go into much now, because I kind of messed this up. I should have gone into Lotus first, and then given my opponent, like, one draw off of the summon from deck, and then draw them, and then just see where I go from there. Because then I'll be able to go Lurie and everything, so... Yeah, I kind of messed this up. Yeah, I think we just pass here. It's not worth giving my opponent any draws. I definitely messed this up a lot though. I'm kind of just first game of the day. Although I did play one game off stream, which is why you might be seeing the 1-0 win-loss ratio on the top left. Probably gonna lose that progress though. Against Life Twins, it might not be too bad. I don't know. And they're gonna be on a draw hopefully. Hello, it's not. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was just I did last week. I did say that like I'll do a grind stream, but like when it came down to it, I was like, I really don't feel like doing this. Like, it's like stressful. It takes up a whole day. Like, I have a lot of things to do. Like other than this, like very important things. And I don't just have time just to like waste like 2 days in a row, because it's not just going to be one day of grind streams. Like, especially with a win rate that I was going with, like my current win rate is like not too far off 50%. Like it's 28 to 25. Very hard to make progress in this format. I don't know if it's power creep or if it's just this format, but like I'm as always, I'm gonna blame it on the format. Yeah, maybe next season it'll go better. How'd the Duelist Cup go for you guys? I made it to stage 2. No, actually I didn't. No, I just made it to duel level 19, which is what I always do. I used to do the Duelist Cup stage 2, but then it's like I get like some distance, but I never grind it because it's like it doesn't feel worth it, because unless like you're gonna make top 100, like there's no point, and I'm not competitive enough to like destroy my health just to make top 100. Oh, I just put my health first. So I made it to duel level 19, and I made it to duel level 19 with Trick Stars of all things, because I was testing up Trick Stars before I build it in IRL. That's not to say that I'm going to be playing Trickstars from now on. Trickstars is never going to be my main deck. It's just a side deck that I play against newer players to give them an easier time rather than just going full combo with Yubel and them just like crying, you know? Not that anyone actually cries, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I just grinded the gems. But I had a fun time playing Trickstars though. I still got quite a few wins with Trickstars, so still getting positive win rates with low tier decks. But I've been looking into the future for new cards that are coming out, and I've been looking at these yummy cards from the new deck build pack. It's like the little cups of dessert that like come from a claw game vending machine thing. They're really strong. They're just a bunch of level 1 monsters. They have a Link 1, and the Link 1 can be treated as a tuner to summon level 2 synchros. And all of the cards can extend if you control a Link 1 or a level 2 synchro monster. So it's like there's 3 main deck monsters. They're all extenders and they're all starters because you have a Link 1. Because on summon, the Link 1 can get you a field spell which can summon from grave. So that gives you the materials you need for the synchro. And then the synchro, one of the synchro cards is basically a duo drive. It just searches 2 and you can discard 1. It's actually broken. And also, it has this tag out effect that's similar to the Ritual Beast cards, where they did I activate Perius map this game? Or did he just OTK me? I guess he just OTK me. But yeah, the yummy cards are like pretty interesting, and I think they do actually have potential to be an engine in Yubel. And I've been theory crafting that recently. And I don't think anyone else is actually talking about it, like, at all. I've messaged Trinity Yugo about it, though, so, like, I hope he makes a video on it, because I don't have time to make videos. Although, maybe, he hasn't been making videos as much as he used to, though, so, he's probably in a similar situation of me, of, like, just life stuff getting in the way of, like, making videos. We're going first. This should be a pretty decent game. This is a very good hand as well. I have a draw to play around Maxi as well, which is good. I'm waiting for you to... Well, yeah, I've already found a way to splash them into Yubel. I'm keeping that knowledge, like, secret until, like, I've really tested it. But I think because it's, like, arguable. At first, I was thinking it's kind of arguable whether it's worth including the yummy cards. But then the more I think about it, the more it's dwelling on me that, like, these yummy cards are just, like, too good not to include. It's kind of like the Fiendsmith cards, right? Where it's, like, they have, like, kind of indirect synergy. Oh, this is interesting, actually. Hold on. Let me think about this. Yeah, so we can actually draw slightly earlier because we already have the Sharvara. We already have the Sharvara in hand. So we go Nightmare Pain, and then we draw after I summon Yubel from deck. And then they only get 2 draws. That's insane. Only 2 draws off of Maxi. And I go, like, literally full combo. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot. I should have activated Engraver. Oh, okay. I actually messed up here. I've given them 1 extra draw unnecessarily. And it's too late because I've already activated the pain. Ah, crap. Okay, it's fine. I think we'll, like, special summon Gruesome Grave Squirmer. Oh, they're gonna get, like, 1 extra draw. That's unoptimal. I really want to activate that, but, like, I need to resolve Engraver. Oh, so yeah, resolve Engraver and also resolve the Tract as well. And then we draw off of the Tract summon. They have interaction here. So this was... Actually, come think of it. This is actually necessary. So it would have gone like this either way, actually. Because the one special summon from Luri, and then the one special summon from Yubel, and then that's all of the special summons before I'm able to draw, because I need to activate the tracked stuff first. Okay, here we go. So now we're under Droll. And by the way, I will get back to the Yummy discussion later on. So I guess we go... actually, no, I want to go for a Phantom first. So we'll go Yama, and then we'll summon a Phantom. It's actually been a while since I played Master Duel, so I just need to... yeah. So I think... Yeah, because we don't have Sprite Elf anymore, so yeah. And then we go this. With Yubel and our Beckoning Beast. Okay, and then let's go for Fiendsmith stuff. So even though they do have interaction, if it's like an Ash Blossom, I'm definitely negating that for the Phantom. Hopefully I don't get nibbed, but like... they just don't have nib. Maybe it's like an Imperm and they're like saving the Imperm for the Requiem, I guess. Hello, Falcon XYZ, welcome to the stream. Okay, what do we do? What do we do here? Because this combo is a little bit weird. Okay, we'll definitely need to summon Rage here. So I think we'll go Squirmer and then Rage, I think? Yeah. So we'll go Squirmer and then Rage. Then we go Rage. And then we go opening of the Spirit Gates here, I think. Or that long hang time of that Think makes me feel like they do have a Nibiru, which is unfortunate, but... I mean, well, we do have a Phantom, but like... I just have a feeling that they have Imperm and Nib, because it was shining before the 5 summons. So actually, I kind of want to like threaten and maybe even execute on that threat with a Caesar just to ensure my board goes through. So I'll go Shalvara here. I'll destroy the Spirit, and I might just overlay the Shalvara and the Engraver for a slightly less optimal combo. And that does also mean that we have to keep Soul of Rage on board as well, because we're not going to get the we're not going to get the trap, the Unchained Trap here. That's going to get us out of the Fiend Lock, so we can go Varudras. And I think Caesar, Varudras, and thingy. Ooh, I could summon a Lotus here for an extra interruption. Okay, let me just think about how I want to do this combo, because we actually have Grey Squirmer to summon the Spirit. So after this play, we're gonna go for a Caesar. So those make Caesar, and then Engraver summoning itself back. I'm not sure we can do much more than Caesar. Well, we haven't gone through Sequence yet, so I do want to go through Sequence. But I don't know if I have the bodies to do that. Oh, maybe if I go Muckraker, actually, it's possible. Okay, I'm using too much time, but I think with Muckraker, it's possible. Or maybe not, actually. Okay, I'm just gonna summon this, because I don't think it's possible, but that's fine. So we won't bother with the Sequence purely because I'm just too scared of a Nib right now, and I think this is a good enough end board. these two. And then we'll also summon a Lotus as well. We do have to use the Varudras early though, because we have the thingy under it. We don't... Oh, actually, we can still go sequence. So then those two into sequence, and yeah, we can make Desiree. I'll make a Desiree. I'll make a Desiree. Oh, we can't make Desiree actually. Crap. I kind of messed that up actually. I didn't take into account the shuffle back. Yeah, we only have 2 unfortunately. Okay, well it gets more Light Fiends engraved, so it's better than nothing, I suppose. This is kind of a waste of time, I just realized. I think I did calculate it in my head, but then I forgot about it. I forgot about my calculations. But it's fine. I do want to link these off into a Muckraker. So technically this, like, added a Muckraker. And we can actually get back our Monster Negate here, so... We actually, this is like slightly more optimal. Technically, this is actually slightly more optimal because now we have, because it was basically the same end board except we have a Muckraker for protection, which I wouldn't have got if I didn't use Engraver's effect. So I guess the Engraver gave us a Muckraker protection. Okay, optimal. Yeah, let's go. Optimal board. Optimal. Oh, okay. It was just Shagnolier. I do actually want to negate this. It feels bad to use a Varudras, but I do have a lot of interactions here. And I don't think Labyrinths run board breakers. So let's just hope I don't get punished for this, but I just want to use all of my monster negates. Which means I need to use them in sequence. Oh, I detached the wrong thing. Oh god. Well, that's just a waste of time then. God. Oh, I messed up. Okay, well, honestly, I should just shut my mouth. I should just shut my mouth and think. And now my Lotus is dead. Wait. Oh no, I activated correctly. Okay. I activated correctly. I detached, because I was looking at this, so I thought this was my graveyard. Okay. I'm so confused right now, but I know what I'm doing. Okay, unfortunately, that's a pretty good Ash, actually. So, well played by my opponent. That's basically shut down my Lotus. Ooh, Typhon's pretty good. If it wasn't for this. And then we banish the Shagnolier, I guess? Yeah, Shagnolier, 100%. There we go. And he can't summon anymore, so I guess he's just gonna set some stuff. I have the Caesar, and I still have a negate with Varudras. This is looking pretty good for me. Okay, I'm a little bit scared of a I was gonna say I was a little bit scared of a big face down Book of Moon thingy. But at the same time, I do have one Omni Negate, which is something to work with. See what his response to this is. So I have one Omni Negate. and I have 2 summon negates. Change Caesar. Change Varudras, and hopefully that last card isn't something good. If it is a second Durama Cannon, then I'll go SP. Negate the XYZs. Sucks. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to use this. I'll get rid of these 2 because they're going to be sent to grave. Main phase 2, I have some things, but not much. Well, at least that's got rid of all of his cards. What can I do main phase 2 here? Let me do this quickly. I just need to clear the way for the 2 things that's coming back with SP. We'll normal summon. Link 2. This is purely to clear the way so I can optimize my board. So I don't lose too many resources here. I'll proceed to end phase, get both of the things back. There we go. Okay, optimal! Love to see it. Optimal gameplay going on right here. Why does he run this? Attack over this? Oh, you know I can protect this with Muckraker. I'm keeping my SP, buddy. It's more than enough to defeat you, but I'm keeping it anyway. Okay, so first action I'm going to do is flip the Caesar. That doesn't stop him from activating welcome stuff in standby phase. However, he didn't. So, yeah, Caesar's up. I don't have an Omni Negate here, though. I do have an SP, which is something. Can I optimize this any better? I think we just go for grind game here, honestly. Like if this is a live card, then we can just chain SP, save our link monsters. That's kind of annoying. Oh, simultaneous equation cannons. That's scary. Luckily, we do have the chain SP thing here. Hey, yo! Did he just activate that in the imperm column? Man, bro brought out my villain laugh. What the heck? you had like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you had 4 other columns because this is a known set card, and he said it in the one imperm column, bro. What is this schmuck doing? What was that? Oh my god. He had 4 other columns because the other set was a known set, and like he just felt like doing it in the one column that could have been an imperm column, and I had the imperm, and he had a monster as well. Like, oh my god. That is a moment and a half. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this hand. I'm gonna shotgun the fluid loss. Because I don't have any other hand traps that can actually protect me if he does go full combo. So I'm gonna do this, that he hopefully passes back. Do I Ash this? Yeah. Wait, no. I Ashed the Branded Fusion. I was like, but he's denying me a draw. But no, you always Ash the Branded Fusion. What am I doing? At least the Branded Fusion plays into my Fuel Loss, but like still. Always Ash the Branded Fusion. Because Ashing the Branded Fusion is just as much of a turn skip as Fuel Lossing is. In fact, it's more of a turn skip, usually. Even if I get no draws, it's worth Ashing the Branded Fusion. I don't know why I do this, but every time I'm against a Branded player, I always forget to Ash the Branded Fusion. Can you give your opinion if I share my deck list? Yeah, of course I can. Okay, I'm tempted to, tempted to Veiler this. That Arclaw Christie is scary. I think we Veiler this just because I don't want to get OTK'd here. Just force him to extend some other way. I do have to hope I draw a starter though. So it's still not looking good for me. Like, I do want these draws, but like... I don't like this. Oh my god. Yeah, I bricked. I'm not gonna be winning this probably. I don't think 2 call buys is gonna do much against my opponent. So yeah, I mean, I suppose even if I saved the Ash Blossom for the Branded Fusion, still think I probably would have lost. Because I think he already had this trap in Grave, so we could have just reset it for next turn. And then, you know, I can't Ash Blossom the Branded Fusion the second time, so... And, like, that's just an easy OTK. Like, 18 damage, and then, like, 1 Branded Fusion is definitely enough to OTK. Through 2 cool buys, yeah, probably. I warn you, this is an awkward take. I mean, that sounds interesting, then. I'm not going to flame you. I'll give you constructive criticism, but... Because I am kind of the philosophy of, like, there are no wrong answers. I mean, there's wrong answers in, like, there's sometimes wrong answers in a framework of, like, competitiveness. But, like, even when it comes to competitiveness, like, you can make arguments, like, I genuinely think, like, in terms of competitive Yubel, you could actually make an argument for playing pure over Fiendsmith Yubel, like, in TCG competitive. Like, there are some arguments, and, like, if someone wants to play pure, like, not even for budgetary reasons, if someone wants to play pure Yubel in TCG right now, I wouldn't be like, you're wrong, you should be playing the Fiendsmith because it's too good. I'd be like, okay, that's not what I would do, but like, what's your reasoning? You know, I'd be interested because like, and I can kind of predict like what kind of reasoning one might have. Like maybe it's a it's more extract options. Maybe it's more grind game, which in this format, like having more grind games, not too bad, you know. You could probably win some Fiendsmith, like people who play like Pastura Fiendsmith or like Pure Fiendsmith, Primate Fiendsmith. I think if you're playing Pure, you have a much better matchup against decks like that. And also, Pure has the advantage of running Super Poly, which is a really good board breaker. And people don't expect it. I think a lot of people don't realize that Yubel can Super Poly the entire board. Because the Super Poly build was never popular in competitive play. People just think of Yubel as this this wombo combo FTK deck essentially that just sets up like too many interrupts if you don't stop them. This is for Master Duel? Yeah, sure, you can send it. You can send like a screenshot or something. Not sure if it'll be blocked or not, but like, I do have a Discord though. So, check the link in the description for the Discord and you can like, message me or something on the Discord, send the link if the link's not working. By the way, yeah, just try and send a link in YouTube, hopefully it works. This deck is so annoying because it's hard to imperm. I think, low-key, I think we Veiler the fusion. Wait, why are you activating that effect? Huh? What? Why did you place itself? It can't do anything in the spell trap zone. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna Veiler the thing on summon. That way he can't get the thing during the end phase. I don't know why this deck is so popular. Maybe it's just my rank, but I sent a link, but yeah, I don't see the link. So yeah, you're gonna have to do the Discord. Oh, this full loss would have been nice earlier. Okay, so we do have an imperm for this. They've set one unknown, and I really hope that's not the board wipe, because I veilered the Exodia specifically so I don't get board wiped. They do need to control Exodia, so we can actually threaten the board wipe with the Engraver. So we're definitely just gonna like straight up just do Engraver first, and then try and out the Exodia, and then that would force out the board wipe at the very least. If this is the board wipe, but it could just be an imperm. Which I think I might be able to play through an imperm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can play through an imperm with this hand. This one. Did you just send it in the Yubel chat just now? Yeah, I'll go comment on that after this game. Okay, Okay, so we go this. Yeah, I think I just saw it. Special summon this. And then activate Requiem. You know, low-key, I think I would rather have my sequence get impermed than have my Lotus get impermed. So I think we just go sequence first and then just threaten the Desiree. That's what I'm thinking right now. Because this guy basically has nothing. Essentially a hand trap. Sequence. So I'll get out the Desiree. This should deal with the unknown, basically, because once I get Desiree out and I equip Sequence, I have an Omni Negate, so... Yeah, we're gonna go Sequence here. Unfortunately, oh no, we made use of all of the effects. I was gonna say, I thought, yeah, okay. As I thought, it was an Imperm. Now we just go full Yubel combo and pop off. He doesn't even know I'm playing Yubel. Unless he's, like, looked at the sleeves, but yeah. This is, like, the first time I've played a Yubel card, so... No Ash as well, that's good. If you had an Ash, then I would have... It would have been, like, a Phantom kind of situation. It sends us to the graveyard, right? Yeah, that's not a problem. Because I've got the Yubel in hand, so I can use Nightmare Pain to destroy that. And also, he has two bodies. Destroy Yubel. We'll go through a Yama combo. Add this. Activate this. We can go for a Phantom just in case they have a nib. So it's pretty much guaranteed victory from here. Not sure if I can figure out an OTK in time. I should be able to if I'm good at video games, but we'll see. Okay, let me summon this. We have Tracked in Grave, actually. So I think we might... There's a chance we might still be able to summon Desiree. I'm not sure if we can, but there's a chance we might still be able to summon Desiree, so... Because otherwise I need to attack this like 4 times. Which, to be fair, I probably could summon 4 ULs. So I've got... Okay, I'm not going to bother with Desiree. I'm just going to go for a Rage here. And then I'll use... I think I'll go for the 4 Yubel thingy. Unless I'm missing some effects. Does this do anything? Destroy a battle. Okay, place 1. That doesn't protect anything. Control this card. You can discard 1 card. Use the... That's the graveyard effect. It's once per duel. That's interesting. You can only use the following effects. Place a spell card. This guy's continuous spell. Okay, so I don't think I'm missing anything here. No graveyard effects. I have plenty of time, so I'm just making sure, you know? Which is a good thing to do. So yeah, we just go 4 Yubels, I'm pretty sure. Can we go 4 Yubels, actually? I think with a Muckraker we can. Yeah, I think we have to go Muckraker to make this possible. There's probably an easier OTK line, but I like going for the Yubel OTKs. Because I'm playing Yubel, you know? And then we destroy Yubel, I think. Yeah. So we destroy Yubel because in order to Muckraker summon the thing, we need something that's actually summonable. So we need the Yubel and Grave, because otherwise we can't summon Terra Incarnate from Grave. So we go And we have the Furlos. And even if we get nibs, the Phantom still keeps another Yubel. Actually, no, it doesn't. That's fine. Target this. Discard this. And yeah, let's just go battle. This should be enough. I have literally all of the Yubels on the field. This is awesome. I mean, yeah, obviously I could have gone for some like fancier OTKs with stuff like, I don't know, like Typhon, Varudras, and like clear the board and then attack directly with like a bunch of beaters. But like this is just so much cooler though, so we go for this. And also it's like simpler, really. I'll have to like calculate damage. Okay, so I just want to check out this deck profile. Let's see. I couldn't have made the second Phantom without like clearing my grave. So yeah, is this the right input? That's the wrong input. Why is this not working? Bear with me, guys. Display capture, hello? Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is a user's deck list. Sorry if it's a little bit blurry. This is from Master Duel. 60 cards. And I'm already seeing a Rainbow Bridge, and I love it. So I see why you've put 60 cards, and then you Beatrice for the Rainbow Bridge. Okay, I love this deck already. I still think that even with 60 cards, I think you should run 3 spirits, and then cut one of the Yubels, and just get used to doing combos with one Yubel. Because I know that 60 cards gives you an excuse to like run bricks, but like you shouldn't be running bricks that you really don't need to run. Also, cut Ultra Nightmare if you want it to be more competitive. But if you don't care about it being competitive, run Ultra Nightmare because it's a fun card. People don't expect it, and it's anime as heck. So yeah. So the Ultra Nightmare is fine, but cut it if you want it to be more competitive. But obviously that might not be your goal to make it more competitive. But you should definitely cut the 2 Yubels, because there's no reason why you should have 2 Yubels, other than to like get optimal materials for Varudras and still use the Phantom. But even then, you should either just play your interactions correctly, which is just use the Varudras first and then use the Phantom. And I know that makes you vulnerable to board breakers if your opponent like baits it out, but like most people don't know that they need to bait it out for them to. People just see the Omni Negate and then they I know it's for Varudras. So I mean, to be fair, it is a playstyle thing, but personally I've gotten used to playing with 1 Yubel, and the 2 Yubels is an unnecessary brick. You really do not need to have 2 Yubels. So if you're thinking, I want like a 3rd Bestial, or I want to add another hand trap, then the first thing you should be looking at cutting is one of your Yubels, and you should just get used to playing 1 Yubel. Also, if you're talking about the Varudras thing, play 3 spirits, because the reason why I play 3 spirits is so that I can have 2 as material, and then 1 spirit can be left in the main deck for that Phantom material. So imagine this. You start with 1 spirit in hand and a Lotus, right? If you go through the combo, you can destroy the spirit in hand, and so you can go normal summon Lotus, summon 1 spirit from deck, and then destroy the spirit in hand. That way you now have 2 spirits in graveyard. So one of them you can summon with like Opening Spirit Gates, and the other one you can summon with Yama or Gruesome Gravescomber, and then you use those 2 spirits as your material for Varudras. And then now that you have 3, if you're running 3 spirits of Yubel, that means you have 1 left in the deck, so that means you can use Varudras whenever you want, and you can use Phantom whenever you want. So if you actually want to optimize it, you need at least 3 spirits. You can keep 2 Yubels if you want, but run 3 spirits and try and get 2 spirits underneath the Varudras. Because even I tried to get 2 spirits underneath the Varudras. Well, actually, technically, I don't really need to do that because I don't run 3 spirits. But if you run 3 spirits and you get 2 spirits under the Varudras, that means you're free to use them any way you want. So that's what I recommend. I see you've got the blue dog here, and you've got the super producer. Now we are in Fiendsmith format, and I think with the Fiendsmith you really don't need to run the blue dog. It also overcomplicates your combos as well. Like if we look at my deck, which is not 60 cards to be fair, but like just remember this, like just because you're running 60 cards, it doesn't mean that like you need to it doesn't mean that you need to run extra bricks. Like it gives you an excuse to run extra bricks, but don't run bricks that are unnecessary. So okay, Mature Chronicle. I actually don't like the Mature Chronicle either. Like the only thing, because if you hard draw it, then it doesn't actually do anything unless you have other starters. And in a 60 card deck, you want to maximize out on starters. Actually, let's count the starters you have. So Luri's technically not a starter. You have 3 Lotus. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because those are full combo. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, is that... So, okay, so these, I don't think these are 1-card combos. So let's count that again. Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You have 16. You actually need more starters, funny enough. Which, to be fair, right now in Master Duel, I don't think I don't think there are any more starters, because I don't think that the Tract is a 1-card combo, and I don't think Normal Summon Lure is a 1-card combo, because we don't have Lacrima and we don't have Necroquip. You don't run Air Eater, but that's fine because you run Beatrice instead. And Beatrice is more versatile, so because you got the Rainbow Bridge. So basically, I really love the idea of the Rainbow Bridge and the Beatrice instead of the Air Eater. I actually love that a lot because that's actually something that I used to do myself. The only things that I don't like about this is the double Yubel. That's just like a thing you need to get used to, and it's slightly more optimal. But if you're not comfortable doing that yet, then run the 2 Yubels, because it does make your combos easier technically, but it adds more bricks at the cost of making your combos easier. But yeah, so yeah, 3 Tract is fine, because although it's not a 1-card starter, it is a 2-card starter. Because this plus any normal summon of a hand trap is full combo. So that's great. So you do actually need 3 of them. I love the Sanct. That's what I would do in a 60-card deck. 2 Nightmare Pain is minimum for a 60-card deck. I would cut the Mature Chronicle. I have 19. So yeah, also I see your reasoning with 2 Yubels and 2 Spirits as material for Varudras, but technically you can achieve like almost the same thing by running 3 Spirits and then only getting an optimal Varudras when you draw a Spirit in hand, or when you draw a Throne plus your combo, because you can Throne send the 2nd Spirit to grave, and then you have the 3rd Spirit in your deck, and you should have one of the Yubels in your deck or in your graveyard. So it's more optimal to go 3 Spirits, because obviously Spirit is less of a brick than Yubel. Because with Spirit you can use it as a hand trap. So yeah, there's that. But you do have to like learn the combos and recognize when you're able to do them. So what other comments do I have? So yeah, basically, so technically like cutting the Yubel isn't actually like cutting a brick, it's just slightly optimizing one bricky card for a less bricky card. So I would cut 1 Yubel for 1 Spirit and then just get used to the combos. But I suppose the advantage of running 2 Yubels is that you can do it whether you hard draw the Spirit or not. You always have the freedom of using Broodras and things. So I guess there is an argument to both sides. I don't think that the Blue Dog is necessary. Like, it's a brick, and I'd rather put a hand trap or... surely there's a way to get more starters in this. I'm not sure how, though. Maybe Diabolica's is an option. Diabolica, the Fiend's General. I'm not sure, because that's like a nice extender. It's not a starter, but like... so you can consider this card, and I think this card is actually much better than Mature Chronicle, because it serves the purpose of being an extender, but it's more flexible, I think. Well, actually, no, then again, it's probably about the same level as Mature Chronicle, something fit. I think you're better off adding more Bestials. Because Bestials are like half a Fiendsmith engine, right? Because you got Moon. So if you get 2 Bestials on board, like if you draw multiple Bestials and you get 2 on board, so I would add like a Saronir so that you have different names, or just another Druid Swarm. So yeah, I'd add like another Druid Swarm and replace the Mature Chronicle, because honestly, I know Mature Chronicle's good, but Mature Chronicle's only good if you run Super Poly. But obviously we don't have the space for Super Poly, so we're not running Super Poly, and that's fine. But only add Mature Chronicle if you're running Super Poly. If you're not running Super Poly, don't run it, because it's not worth the extra search target, because the extra search target is always your second Nightmare Pain. You run 2 Nightmare Pain so that if you already hard draw the Nightmare Pain, which obviously ideally you don't want to, you have an extra target to search with Spirit of Yubel. In fact, like, I prefer Eternal Favorite. No, I wouldn't prefer Eternal Favorite over Mature Chronicle. I think Mature Chronicle is better than Eternal Favorite, but like, don't run either of them. Just run two of these and it's fine. And replace the Mature Chronicle with a Bestial. Also, I think like, you don't need the Blue Dog. In fact, if you're running the Blue Dog, I would run 2 traps, 2 Unchained Speller traps. So 1 Pop Trap and 1, and well, it's something to consider. I wouldn't do it if you don't want to, because it does add a brick. But it's something to consider, because sometimes for combos you'd rather have the Pop Trap. Although then again, for the Pop Trap you do need 2 Yammers. So yeah. So actually, yeah, ignore that. I don't think it's worth. I think you just stick with this trap and that's it. But yeah, you really don't need the Blue Dog. Mature is when I open Pain. No. If you open Pain, then you search the second Nightmare Pain. That's the thing. If you open Pain, which obviously you don't want to do, if you open Pain, you just search the second Nightmare Pain for follow-up. And also, for follow-up and discard fodder if you have the opening of Spirit Gates. Which you can get via the Perious map in the Dark Beckoning Beast. Because then you can discard it and then add it back to hand as free discard fodder, and it's follow-up. So you don't need Mature Chronicle because you have 2 Nightmare Pains. 2 Nightmare Pains is better than Mature Chronicle, because at least with Nightmare Pain, it's technically a 2-card combo. Like, if you normal summon Lotus and you have the Pain in hand, and your Lotus gets imperm, then you just activate the Pain, and you can go full combo anyway. And that's basically the reason why we run 2 Pains. So that you still have a search target with the Spirit, but I run 1 Pain, and it still doesn't affect me at all. But that's because I need to keep my deck as thin as possible. But if I wanted to, if I was running a 60-card deck, I would definitely run 2 Pain. But I wouldn't run Mature Chronicle. So cut Blue Dog, cut Mature Chronicle. The rest you can keep if you want. You can consider the thing that I suggested, but it's like a slight optimization, so it's not necessary. But I think you really don't need the Blue Dog. You need to minimize the bricks, and like the only bricks that you actually need is the Rainbow Bridge, the bird thingy that you need for the Rainbow Bridge. Obviously you can cut Alter Nightmare if you want to, but you don't have to because it's hilarious. And this is a necessary brick. Well, this is technically a starter actually, 2-card starter. So yeah, this is a brick that you really don't need, because if you don't draw any Yubel cards, it's useless. Like, imagine if you draw a hand of Mature Chronicle, Called by the Grave, Crossout, Imperm, and Ash. Like, that's a terrible hand. You need to maximize out on starters, and you'd rather have a Bestial, because at least with a Bestial, you can maybe normal summon a hand trap, summon a Bestial, and then go like Fiendsmith stuff. So that, yeah, add more bestials, cut some of the bricks. So cut this, add 2 more bestials. So I would go 1 Druid Swarm, 1 Saronir, cut this. That's what I would do. And you can consider the Yubel ratios if you want. Yeah, otherwise, I love the deck profile. I love it. It's excellent. This is what I used to run at some point, but then I came off it because I decided to go with a more streamlined deck because I wanted to draw on a Lockbird myself to like not get full lost and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for sharing that. And we're gonna get back to ranked. Wait, let me just double check if I did the win-loss ratio correctly. Yeah, we're 2-2 right now, I think. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Mert Akel. I mean, is the blue dog really worth running a brick? Because unless you're running Lars in the extra deck to get 2 level 6s out, don't run the blue dog. And also, there is just not enough space for Lars if you're running... And also, yeah, cut the blue dog, and because you're not running the blue dog, you don't need to run Super Producer. Abyss Actor Super Producer. So you now have an extra deck slot that you can use to play either Muckraker, Salamander, Almirage. I don't know if you already had these cards, Salamander, Almirage, or Muckraker. I didn't really look at your extra deck that much. I looked at it briefly, but oh, we're definitely Ash Bossing this. But yeah, it's really nice having the extra deck slot. You can run Typhon. You can run these cards which you usually don't have space for. So yeah, cut the Super Producer, cut the blue dog. You really don't need them because you have Fiendsmith Lacrima. So that's 2 level 6s already for the Beatrice or the Caesar. And there are some situations where you can get both, especially if you have Muckraker. Because you can go into Beatrice, and then you can go into Muckraker, and sometimes if you summon it with Yama, if you summon a level 6 with Yama and then summon another level 6 with Muckraker, even though you're Fiend blocked, you can still go into Caesar. There are some combo lines where I went into Beatrice and Caesar. So it's definitely possible, and it's worth having both. But it's not worth running a blue dog for it. You really don't need the blue. It's an absolute brick. It doesn't extend your combos effectively because you need it in the graveyard first. Like, it's just not great. And I get you have a 60 card deck, so you have more space for bricks, but that doesn't mean you should be running bricks. You should still be minimizing the bricks as much as possible. Because I genuinely think that it's worth running a 60 card deck to facilitate the Rainbow Bridge, because Rainbow Bridge is so good. Just being able to dump it off of Beatrice and basically through any combo get your field spell very consistently, because basically you're just getting the field spell every single combo as long as you don't hard draw any of the Rainbow Bridge bricks, which is super powerful because the field spell is very good. So yeah, and it's one of the things that I considered before YCS Leal to run a 60 card deck, but then I thought I considered against it. But that's unfortunate. I just missed out on an inherent summon. I don't think we imperm this. Okay, so they're playing two elements. Special summon. Okay, so hopefully you get a decent amount of draws. That's unfortunate. If I looked at my hand earlier, I would have like activated these during draw phase, like done the rip the floor loss first, and then hit the max C in response to a chord buy. That does mean that I can't get max seed, so. And we're still going to get some draws off of floor loss potentially. I run weird cards normal people don't because fun. Yeah. Oh, you're on a 40 card deck. That's interesting. Because like there are a lot of bricks in Yubel, so like running a 40 card is kind of risky. I actually don't want to imperm this because they can go into a rank 4 and they can detach the Shiren with the they can detach the Shiren with the Time Thief Redoer. So I think imperming that is not like a sufficient enough choke point. I will be fluid lossing here. And hopefully my opponent doesn't pop off. So yeah, the imperm I might use in kick close. Depends what they go into. I think they go kick close usually. Because I think that they always need to go kick close first before they go into the card that like has a summon negate, I think. Use spell card Monster Reborn to dodge Call by the Grave and Dimensional Barrier to make them unable to do stuff. That is actually quirky. I underestimated how quirky you use. That does sound fun. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure we imperm here. My hand is very iffy though. Especially into a bloody Fenrir. Man, this guy's had extenders for days, but at least the good news is that he's under fluid loss. So hopefully I can draw more extenders through this. It is. I've done it against a streamer once. I've never seen spell card Monster Reborn before. Spell card Monster Reborn, like, when I first read it, it's like, this card's really good, but I don't think I have space to play it. Hard Poly! Oh my god. That was his top deck. Wait, and I just realized he freaking Foolish Burialed a Shaddoll Beast. What is this player doing? And why is he getting away with this? This is insane. Oh, and these just... Oh, and they trigger because it was by card effect. Bro, this guy's actually sacking me. He is seriously... Oh, and the Fairy Tale Snow and the Destrudo. Bro, what is this guy's luck? Why would you Foolish Burial? Oh, no, dude. A Winder? Man, what am I getting hit? Oh, my God. What am I supposed to do? This guy actually sacked me, like, so hard. This is, like, actually unreal. Who Foolish Burials a freaking Shaddoll Beast? He actually just had no more names, and then he top decks a Poly. Who runs Poly? Like, what? What is that? I get that you can search it with the King of the Swamp thing, but you don't run King of the Swamp because you have Kit Close. You only run King of the Swamp in TCG because you don't have Kit Close. Why is this guy running Hard Poly? Man. Does count normal summons as well? Yeah, of course it does. Okay, can only special summon monsters. So I have a normal summon at least, but like, bloody hell. I can break the Winder if it wasn't for the Fenrir, but I just can't play through both Fenrir and Winder. Oh, he has a monster game as well, doesn't he? Soliak, right? Oh, I actually got sacked to hell though. I got sacked so hard. Like I don't think I've ever been sacked harder than that. Like just the top deck Poly, if he like any other top deck wouldn't have given him this much. And like I can play through a Summon Negate and a Fenrir. I just can't play through a Winder on top of that. And a Snow and a Soliak. Like Like, just F off with that. That's so annoying. Okay, so 2 special summons. This isn't going to be enough to play through everything, but it's going to be enough to maybe make me survive. Wait, what? Oh, it's only special summon once. I thought it was special summon twice. Okay. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but like... You know, what can you do? I don't think there's anything I could have done there. Like, basically, the normal summon was like my only hope. Because like, with Luri, like, Link wanted to Requiem pass. Like, no, it's not happening. Especially with the Fenrir, like... See, this is why I'm struggling in Diamond. Because, like, this format's just so sacky. His hand was, like, really, really good as well. Like, I had two of the best cards in the game. But he just so happened to have, like, the outs to it. Okay, so this guy's not attacking me directly. Does this guy suck? Or, like... He also has a freaking Royal Rare SP. He linked off his window. Is it me or does this guy just suck? Bye. Are you going now, Mert? Well, thanks for tuning in, Mert. Hope you have a nice rest of your night or evening. And thanks for sharing your deck review as well. Sent a replay link to Discord. Cool. I might check it out for the laughs. Maybe not on stream though. Actually, I'm looking at it now. Not on stream, but... So, this looks like a combo. Nice. Super Producer. Oh, no. I know this combo, yeah. I'm not sure if it's, like, 100% optimal. Because I would go into the Fiendsmith engine first. Yeah, I know why you run Blue Dog, and I know why you run Abyss Actor Super Producer, but they're just not necessary. Because the Fiendsmith engine literally achieves exactly the same thing. So... Oh, you said bye to Kingo Frost. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, sorry. I missed your comment, King of Ghosts. I read that as Frost for some reason. Sorry. I'm just tilted by this frickin' Tier Limits player that just sacked me, so can't blame me. Yeah, but yeah, I'll see you around, King of Ghosts. Thanks for tuning in. Also, hello Power Stones. And hello R. I wonder if we can replace Muckraker. I already summoned her with either Chaos Angel or maybe... So I already run Typhon. So the reason why Muckraker isn't cuttable... I mean, it is kind of cuttable because most of the combos don't go for her. But, like, there are, like, the occasional combo where you do need to go Muckraker. Because you only have, like, for example, you only have 2 bodies for the Fiendsmith stuff. And if you only have 2 bodies, then you need to go Muckraker to actually summon the thing that you dump. So like, yeah, for example, you go into the Fiendsmith combo, and then you go, Sequence, and then you summon either Aerial Eater, or you go for the double level 6 into Beatrice, whichever one you're running. And then with either one of those, you dump like a Lotus. And then to summon a Lotus, if you have 3 cards, then yes, technically you don't need the Muckraker, because you can go the Aerial Eater or the Beatrice and the you'd have to go for a Fiends type monster, but yeah. So you can go 2 Fiends into Yama, and then Yama plus 1 more body into Unchained Soul of Rage, and then you use Shavara to pop the Rage, and then Yama to summon the Lotus in the grave. However, if you only have 2 bodies, then obviously you can't go Yama into Rage, because you need 3 bodies for that. So with the 2 bodies, you have to go Muckraker. And then you go Muckraker to summon the Lotus. I know you Fiend Lock yourself, but like it does get you more, so it's worth doing. Because you get the 2 Yubels, which means you can get like a Phantom. You can sometimes get a Caesar as well, under the Fiend Lock. You can go for Rage if you haven't already gone through Yama. Which usually at that point you wouldn't have gone through Yama. So like yeah, it's pretty good. And like the Muckraker is necessary for some combos, but it's technically cuttable. Because you don't always go for it doesn't always happen basically. Okay. So this guy went SP like an idiot, so not that it mattered because he can set up a crazy board anyway. It would help if they banned Appaloosa like they do in the TCG. Like I definitely noticed the difference. Like just any deck being able to go Appo is like ridiculous. And like, oh my god, I can't... Wait, why can I still normal summon? Negate the activated effects. Oh, that's pretty snazzy. So we can still normal summon, that's pretty cool. It's gonna get negated, but like... Wait. What am I doing? I just go Phantom here. It should be able to... This should be able to solve some of my issues here, actually. Might be able to OTK them if I actually resolve Nightmare Pain. Okay, so I assume this is going to be used on the Phantom. Oh, interesting. No, that's fair enough. Ooh, hold on, I can negate that. Okay, and then you can Appo it. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to negate that just because it can be Appo'd. I really want to make sure my Phantom actually resolves. So I'm going to do this like mid-chain when they Appo something. So we're going to go Phantom first. We're going to go Yama first. See if this baits out a Appo negate. It might not though, but we'll see. It does! Okay. Okay. Value. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. I might be able to outplay this guy. Hold on. Actually punished? Oh, he still has Fairy Tail Snow though. Which is so lame. But like, I'm almost winning this. This is why you never give up, by the way. This is exactly why you never give up. If he negates this, that's low-key good for me. Okay, that's another negate out of the way. Good stuff going on here. Oh, it doesn't... The Apple doesn't lose attack. That's really annoying. Wait, we go... Oh, no, I need to OTK this guy. I can't let him have another turn. I actually need to resolve my crap. But I have no idea how to resolve this stuff. Okay, I do have another Phantom. God, this is so hard. I'm so close to victory, yet so far at the same time. Like, I know I can go Battle Phase to attack over the Appo, but like... It wouldn't be enough to do that. Because I need to OTK this guy. Probably gonna have one more Appo negate. Oh, God. Okay, so we can summon a Phantom. We can go into Rage. It's, like, not enough. Wait, actually, it might be enough. It might be enough. Hold on. No, because he can just negate the... Oh, sucks, man. He can just negate the Shavara. Bugger. Maybe we can crash? Might be able to get a Varudress out, which might save me. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. No, it doesn't matter if it's attack mode, because I'm going to be linking these off. If only this was a fiend. Muckraker is an option. Oh wait, Muckraker is a really good option, actually. We go Muckraker, forces out a negate. Oh my god! Oh my god! I think I can win! Oh no, because he has the snow. He has the Fairy Tail Snow. I just can't play through the Fairy Tail Snow. I'm just so close, man. Please. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I thought I was linking off the Shavara and I thought I was activating that effect. If he's smart, he wouldn't negate it. Oh, he's smart. I messed up hard. I messed up hard. I mean, to be fair, he still has the snow, and I don't think I can play through the snow. So, oh, God, I messed it up. I thought the Shavara was the grave effect that I was activating, but I just wasn't paying enough attention. So yeah, I would have gone that, and then he negates, because he has to negate that, because if he either that or he negates the actually if he's smart he would negate the Lotus effect, and then after that I can't really do anything other than like Shavara pop the Muckraker, and then there's nothing I can really summon that actually gets me anywhere. Well, I can go for a Link 2, but like other than that. Okay, so can this be affected by stuff? Unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. That's so lame, man. Yeah, there's literally nothing I can do. Because this guy isn't that bad of a player. Like, I did just get sacked. Because he's using his interruptions like relatively well, and he's managed to make like a really good board, like which looked pretty optimal. So yeah, so the idea was I did the best I could. So Muckraker into Lotus. He either if he negates the Muckraker, then he's misplayed, and then I can go Lotus. Well, actually no, he would be forced to go Fairy Tail Snow to book the Lotus. But then I can just chain the Shavara. So I actually had a chance of winning there if my opponent misplayed. But he probably wouldn't have misplayed. Because seeing as how he like used some of the interactions correctly and like didn't focus on my baits. But yeah, there was a chance I could have won there. I just squandered it by misclicking. It's fine though. Because if basically if Lotus resolves, like I just OTK them with Nightmare Paint because they only have 4k life points. So close. I should have paid more attention though. I'm not like fully locked in. Like that's where the grind streams come in where I don't do commentary, because like doing commentary does actually take some like even though it's like only like 10% of my mental energy away from the game. Like, that 10% is the difference between, like, doing a fatal misclick like that or not, you know? So... But yeah, I guess there's just a lot of, like, Ashtera players at this rank, and, like, Tillman players. They're just playing, like, outdated decks, but they're still, like, decent decks. Because, like, Master Duel just doesn't ban anything, unlike the TCG. Which, to be fair, like, on some levels it's good, but on other levels it's like, these cards are just so broken, like, please get rid of them. And you also get tired of seeing some of the same old decks, you know, so... It also makes the format, like, unpredictable as well. Which, on a competitive standpoint, is, like, not good. Because Because if you can't prepare for everything, sometimes you just get sacked by bad matchups that you just don't expect, because there are just too many decks in the format. Yeah, it would suck if Beatrice gets banned because it means that the 60 card deck is like no longer viable. I mean, it's still technically viable, it's just like you don't get the main benefit, which is the Rainbow Bridge for playing 60 card deck. You just run Nightmare Unicorn instead? I don't run either, because I'm a Giga Chad. Because basically I just prefer an end board of 2 Omni-Negates. And then if I want to extend, I'll go into Caesar. Because it's hard to go into Apo. Because like with Apo, you have to like... I think Apo does take a lot of skill to like know whether you can go into Apo plus the other cards or not. Unless you're just always going into Apo, which is like a fair enough play, but I value Omni-Negates over Apo. Because you can just get impermed on the Apo and then like you lose like 4 of your interrupts, which is like half of your board. Whereas if you go double Omni-Negate, like you have a lot more value with your interrupts. So if you get impermed on one of them, like you only lose like 25% of your end board, as opposed to getting impermed on the Apo and losing 50% of your end board. So that's why I value Omni-Negates over Apo, because you can't run both. I mean, you can run both, but you're not going to be comboing them into both of them every single time. It's possible to... I think it is definitely possible to go into like Apo plus 2 Omni-Negates plus a Caesar. But like with that, you need very specific 5-card combos, and you need to have an insane amount of planning. I've tried to do it. I think I managed to do it once or twice in the lab, but I can't recreate those settings because I never bothered to write it down because it was like a 5-card combination. It involved like Bestials. I think I had a Lars in there as well. I managed to get 3 Omni-Negates and a Apo, which technically is possible, but I think you need like 2 Bestials. You need the 2-card combo and like a 5th card as well as an extender. Like, and even then, like, I had to like go through some very roundabout ways of creating board space. I had to like use Yama to destroy Rage in like a specific chain link order, so that the Yama destroys the Rage chain link 2 to make space for the Yubel to be summoned. And like, yeah, it was very, very complicated, and I'm not gonna bother with that stuff. Because you should be only really worrying about the 1-card combos and maybe the 2-card combos as well. You can go for Apo, but I've already stated my reasons why I don't like Apo, so yeah. Okay, so we're looking at a Ruklos, a Beatrice, which can, I guess, fusion summon on my turn, potentially mill some stuff. Oh, Tillerman players, man. A Fairy Tale Snow, and a 3 material... And hello, Imperm! Let's go. Okay, so this is actually a pretty decent hand for breaking boards. We're definitely going to be starting off with this. This is like 3 interrupts gone. This is why Appaloosa... This is why I prefer Omni-Negates over Appaloosa. Omni-Negates are just way more versatile. And also, when you go for the Omni-Negate lines... I didn't see that they added this, but there's nothing I could have done about that anyway, so... Okay, I don't think I can beat this board anymore. Maybe with a Typhon, but like, even then. We start off with an Engraver. See if that gets negated. Do I cold buy this? I think I do chord by this because there's actually no other way where I can get the Lurie Engrave. I mean, discard the Lurie, because 1/1 doesn't actually trigger Lurie because it says Centigrave, not discard. Only needs to be discarded. So I do actually need to resolve this just to make the most of my hand. Although I would have rather saved the chord by the grave for a Fairy Tale Snow. Okay, well, things are not going to be working out as I wanted them to, unfortunately. Sucks. Yeah, he just has too much. I wasn't really looking at his grave, but I just saw his board and it's like, yeah, I'm not playing through this. Worth a try, though. We can also just normal summon the Lurie, which is something I think I'll do, unless he banishes my Requiem. The smart thing to do would be banish Requiem. I see every Kashtira player just like banishing like one of my Phantoms. Okay, that's actually not a bad banish. That's not a bad banish. I don't disagree with that. But like a lot of Kashtira players are like, I don't know. I think I'll banish the Phantom because that's a broken card. Like, just change the face down defense. Yeah. Guy just said everything, you know. Like, what do I do? Yeah, another L. Other L, man. That mill was really good. Yeah. So there's only Fiendsmith cards for Beatrice. I don't make Desiree, so I usually need the Apo. I mean, think about it this way. You can go Desiree instead of Apo if you keep the sequence on field, which you probably use the sequence to go into Apo. If you keep the sequence on field and then you shuffle back the moon like with the engraver or the sequence, and then you summon the moon, and then you summon back the engraver, and then you banish the tract to fuse the engraver, the sequence, and the moon into Desiree. And you do that instead of Apo, basically. So that's what I do personally. But obviously I'm not arguing against Apo. I'm just explaining why I run Apo instead. So, because Apo, I mean, Apo, to like play Apo is like, it does actually make your combos simpler in some respects, but it also makes your combos harder to like fully optimize them, right? Because you can go Apo, but sometimes when you go Apo, you realize, oh, I could have actually gone more here because I linked off a thing too early. Or like, because I went this Apo, I can't go Varudras because I used one of my Yubels. So like, yeah, it makes comboing easier because Apo is like a lot simpler of a boss monster to summon because you don't need to worry about having 2 level 10s or like having the right fusion materials for Desiree and stuff like that, or having 2 level 6 fiends specifically. So yeah, it's easier to summon, but at the same time, it's harder to optimize. And at my level, I want to optimize all of my combos, and it's a lot easier to optimize when I know my goal is Desiree and Varudras. And if I'm going these two, usually I can't go Appaloosa unless I have like a 3 or 4 card combo. So basically, the reason why I cut Apo is because the TLDR is like win more. It's a win more card because like you already have a really good end board without having to go into Apo. And like if you get imperms, your boards become breakable. But like my boards are unbreakable if I go for full combo. Because unless they have 3 board breakers specifically. They need 3 board breakers. And even when they have 3 board breakers, sometimes that's not enough. Because because I still have a Rage in Graveyard. So with 3 board breakers, a Rage deals with 3 bodies. So it's very hard for them to play around it with like 4 cards left in hand. Assuming they used like the 3 board breakers at the start, and assuming they drew the 3 board breakers. So it's like my my full combo is basically unbreakable. Whereas if I had an Apo instead of one of my Omni Negates, like let's say one Omni Negate and an Apo, like it does lose to, well, actually, yeah, one Omni Negate and an Apo is probably what I could make instead of my usual full combo. So like, let's say they use a Board Breaker and then they use the Talents. Like, that's my Apo gone. So yeah, it's not my preference. Because it's just more vulnerable to Board Breakers, basically. And Tenpai is still a thing in this format, so like there are some Tenpai players. To be fair, if I did have more extra X slots, I would include Apo for like the option to go into Apo. Because there are some combos where you have an insane number of extenders and not enough to do with. Well, actually, that's not true. You pretty much always just have enough enough boss monsters to go into. Because usually my extension card is Caesar. My usual end board is Varudras, Desiree, Phantom, and a Rage. And then if I have extenders, it can sometimes turn into a Caesar on top of that. So if you want to cut Caesar for an Apo, you can, but I prefer Caesar over Apo for another reason, and that reason is grind game. Because often in the grind game, when you're just like summoning Engravers from the grave, and like with Aeroleader's grave effect as well, often like Caesar's really good to have in that grind game, because you can actually turn your follow-up into an actual good boss monster that can win you grind games. And then there's also the ability to like counter Nibiru as well with Caesar, like I did it in like earlier in the stream. I just had a feeling he had Nibiru, and I decided to go for an early Caesar for a slightly less optimal end board, and that is something you won't be able to do if you don't have Caesar. Wait, what am I doing here? I think I'm doing this for an extra body. And then we go into Rage. Well, we want to use the Squirm to go into Rage here. Okay, I'm going to focus on this combo instead of yapping. And then we go this. And we go Shavara. Then we go this. And this. Special summon this. Special summon this. Don't need to destroy. And then we get out the Fiend Lock by going into Moon. This will give us our Fiendsmith stuff. We make a Varudras. I think this is a standard combo here. Even though we didn't start with Dark Beckoning Beast, if you start with a, so this is possible only with a Throne. If you just have Lotus, then this isn't actually possible. I mean, you can still do a really good combo, but it won't be as extreme as this. But with Dark Beckoning Beast plus Lotus, you can achieve a combo just as powerful as this. But it's the Throne that gave us the third body to go into this shenanigans here. So this is gonna be double. This is gonna be our standard end board, which is double Omni Negate. And we have a Maxi in hand. Like we're gonna be winning this game here. Because like an end board like this is actually an FTK. The Omni Negates are just too powerful. I'd rather have one Omni Negate than have two Monster Negates, personally. I think we go Desiree here, right? Yeah, we just go Desiree. Because basically, usually when you do these combos, you need to think about, can I go Caesar on top of this? And in order to go Caesar, you need to go like Aerial Eater and some shenanigans. And then you need to get enough bodies to get 3 Light Fiends on the field, including a Engraver. But otherwise, yeah, this is a standard end board. So I think usually you need like at least 1 more extender. And even then it's quite complicated to actually think about. But you can go Caesar under some situations. Do I negate this? No, I wait for the choke point and then I negate the choke point. Wait. Actually, hold on. I do negate this, but I negate this. I negate this with cross out. That's hilarious that I can do that. This guy's mad. Optimal use of because usually this cross-out detonator will be dead unless like they like Ash Blossom my Yubel, which is like I don't really want to negate that anyway, but like hey, I've negated one of their pushes here, so like it's looking good. I still have Max C as well. I'm so tempted to negate this, but I think I'll just wait for the thing that he sends to Grave to see if I want to negate that. And if I do, then I'll negate it with a Varudras rather than a Phantom. And if I don't... Oh, a Beast. I'm definitely not negating that. You can have a draw. So I guess this is another 60-card Tailorment deck. Going second, the deck sucks though, so that's good. What are you... Oh, the Phantom. I think we kind of have to negate this. Wait, Oh, Rage? Why are you targeting Rage? Hold on. Hello? Chain? I mean, like, called buying the special summon. Like, called buying the Phantom, like, preemptively is, like, not a bad option. Because it means that this can be destroyed with battle. So we can, like, attack into it, and it gets destroyed by battle. I don't think we negate this. Because, like, it doesn't give him advantage, because he does have to, discard the thing. And also, if we negate this with Desiree, I think it stops being treated as King Sark. Which might be something that we do. Maybe. If he activates like a face-up continuous spell. So I think we're definitely Varudrassing the this activation here. And then on resolution we'll do Maxi. And then that should be enough to stop. Oh, actually, hold on. We can Varudrass on resolution destroy King Sark. So we don't actually need to resolution Maxi. Yeah, no, you see how much of an FTK this deck is. This end board is. If I had an Appaloosa, then it would have been almost just as effective, but like, I don't know. You know, like, yeah, that's why it's kind of debatable, you know? Like, Appaloosa's pretty good, but like, I think like this board is like really good as well. And I just prefer having the Omni Gates. It's more versatile. Like, yeah, it's just mainly board breakers. It's the only argument I have is just board breakers, basically. Because, like, technically Appaloosa... The argument for Appaloosa is that you have more interrupts. Because, like, having a 3-material Appaloosa is better than having, like, 1 Omni Negate. Because I think with a 3-material Appaloosa, I think... Instead of making the 3-material Appaloosa, I do make, like, 1 Omni Negate, and then, like, half of the bodies go into the other Omni Negate, I think. Whatever. Let's just play this game, see how it goes. Okay, so this is going to be an Almirage situation going on here. I have an Ash Blossom for potential Maxi shenanigans. Oh, and by the way, this Almirage is actually the reason why we can play the new Yummy cards. I said I'd get back to the Yummy discussion like 10 games ago, but I never got back to it. So with the Yummy cards, if you go into Almirage with Dark Beckoning Beast, and if you actually have to play Chaos Summoning Beast, which I usually don't like doing, but there's a reason why, and that's because Chaos Summoning Beast is a level 1. And then you go normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast, normal summon Chaos Summoning Beast, and that's full combo for the Yummy cards. Because all you need to go to full combo into Yummy cards is a Link 1 and a level 1 monster. That's literally all you need. And then you can just summon from the extract the thing that adds you 2 Yummy cards. And you go full combo. It gives you 4 bodies and 4 interrupts. So, like, with the 4 bodies, you can do Fiendsmith stuff into Yubel to get you the other 9 interrupts. And then you have 4 interrupts as well on top of that. I've tested it out a little bit, and it's kind of insane. And I don't think anyone else is talking about it as a splashable engine. People are talking about it pure, and people are talking about it in like level 1 decks, like Pearly maybe, but like people aren't talking about it in like as a generic engine. That you can run it in like Azamina, because Snake Eyes Ash is a level 1 monster. Anyway, what are we doing? Oh yeah, this. Discard Spirit, Summon Spirit. Hopefully it doesn't get negated here. Cool. Oh, Imperm's kind of rough here. I think we can play through it though. We lose out on a lot of bodies, so this actually doesn't get us that much. We've used that as well. Actually, I'm not sure this gets us anything, come to think of it. Maybe we have to use the Phantom as material. So let me think about this. So we go Moon. Yeah, we have to use Phantom as material. But I'm willing to do that, so... Yeah, we'll go with Fiendsmith stuff. Because that at least gets me an Omnigate rather than absolutely nothing. So I'll just play through it and then see what actually gets me. I think this is probably just Desiree Pass. Because I don't think Aerial Eater gets me much more. It might get me more. But, like, it's already negated, so I can never get Nightmare Pain during this combo anyway, so... Why does this guy have interaction? I think he has a Nibiru. That's kind of suspicious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was a 5th summon, I think, so I think he's on Nibiru. Okay, so just because he's on Nibiru, I think we just summon the Phantom and then pass turn. I really wish we had Necro Equip because I'd rather have the Engraver in Graveyard. Yeah, we have a Maxi. I think it's fine. Okay, it wasn't a Nibiru, but that's fine. I mean, it's either an Omni Negate or a Monster Negate, and I think this is just slightly safer. Because I just had a suspicion they had a Nibiru. So, I'm fine with this. We just Ash the Requiem, I think. We Ash the Requiem, and then we save the Phantom for the sequence if they manage to go into sequence. But theoretically, they can't go into sequence if I Ash the Requiem. Hopefully they're under Maxi as well. And if they Ash the Maxi, then I'm definitely chaining the Phantom. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully this is enough. Oh, Crossout's really annoying, because that's the one card I can't negate. Okay. It is what it is. He has the one of. I think this guy could be on Snake Eyes Azamina Fiendsmith. Snake Eyes Azamina Fiendsmith White Forest, sorry. We got one of them. But we can still Ash the Requiem. Hopefully it's enough to stop them. Might not be. 3 unknown cards and an Engraver engrave. Luckily, the Engraver on its own doesn't actually get them anything. Actually, the Engraver does force out my Phantom, which is annoying. I think we negate this. Just because it gives them one less body. And, like, it's going to force out my Phantom anyway. But that's all of our interacts gone, unfortunately. We do have a decent amount of follow-up, though. Okay, so this is unfortunate. Not sure if they have enough to kill me, but I think they have enough to set up some stuff here. I'm not sure because I haven't played Fight for Us myself. We'll see. Yummy. I'm talking about yummy, but like technically, yummy is actually how you spell it in Japanese. Technically, because it's like yummy. But like I think they're going to be localized to yummy. They're a new archetype coming out in the next deck build pack, which has recently released in the OCG. There are a bunch of level 1 monsters that have a Link 1 and Synchro level 2s. And to summon the Synchro level 2s, you can treat any level 1, any Link 1 monster as a tuner. So you can basically Synchro summon using a Link 1 and any level 1 into a level 2 Synchro. And all of the level 2s, so all of the level 1 main deck monsters can be summoned from the hand if you control a Link 1 or a level 2 Synchro. So they can just be extended for free. So they're both extenders and starters because the Link 1 is a starter. So any normal summon of them can be a starter. The Link 1 gets a field spell, and the field spell can summon a Yummy from grave if you control a Link 1. So basically, you just normal summon one of any Yummy card. You link it off with the Link 1. You get the field spell. You summon the thing that you just linked off from the graveyard, and then you Synchro into a Synchro 2. And then one of the Synchro level 2s is basically a Duo Drive. It adds two Yummy monsters from deck to hand, and then you can discard a card. And remember, all of the Yummy monsters can be extended from the hand if you control a Synchro 2 or a Link 1. So, yeah. You can get an insane number of bodies, and I haven't even gotten into what all the effects do when they're summoned. They each have like little mini effects, and also all of the Synchro cards can be tagged out for free whenever your opponent activates a card or effect. So if your opponent activates a card or effect, you can chain it, you can shuffle it back into the extra deck for cost, and then summon 2 Yummy monsters from your graveyard. It's insane, because it's literally impossible to imperm. And also, if you Ash Blossom it, they can just go into the Link 1 anyway. Like, and even if you can't Ash Blossom the Link 1, actually. Technically, the best way to stop it would be to imperm the Link 1, but if they have any extender in hand, they can just summon a second one from hand anyway and then go into Synchro level 2. But then, yeah, it's just so hard to hand trap. They don't have much attack on their own, but they have like up to 4 interrupts, because because you can Synchro summon during your opponent's turn. The Link 1 has a quick effect to Synchro summon during your opponent's turn, which is so stupid. One of the Synchro summons is a Book of Moon for 2. Another one. So there's 3 Synchros. One of them is the Search card, where you get to add 2, discard 1. The other Synchro is you can summon 2 from graveyard, but negate their effects. But it still has a tag out where you can tag out in response to an effect, and then you can summon up to 2 from graveyard. It says up to 2 as well, which is broken. Which means if you only have 1 Yummy in grave, you can chain it anyway, shuffle it back for cost to dodge imperm. So yeah. And then, and also when it's the Yummies that are summoned, if they're summoned from the Synchro, their effects are enhanced. So if you normal summon or special summon them, then they do an effect. And if they're summoned by the Synchro, you can choose to do the enhanced effect or choose to do the original summon effect. So it's so versatile. It's so broken. You've got multiple 1-card combos, and the extenders give you even more bodies. All of the Synchro level 2s are Synchro tuners. So you can Synchro climb up into like climb up like crazy. You can go full Ryziel combo off of like a 1-card Yummy combo, because you can go into double Herald of the Arclight, overlay them into Duo Drive. Like it's so broken. You can do so much with them. it's a new generic engine similar to how Fiendsmith are, but it's actually better than the Fiendsmith. Although it's less generic than the Fiendsmith, but they're better than the Fiendsmith. Because they're actually somehow harder to hand trap than the Fiendsmith cards. It's so ridiculous. Like, the more you look into them, the more broken you realize they are. And like you think, oh, well, they require Link 1s and level 1s, and not every deck plays level 1s. But it's like, no, it's more generic than that, because one Hornet Drones is full Yummy combo. Because you can just do Hornet Drones into Kagari, add back Hornet Drones, and then activate Hornet Drones again to get the level 1. Now you have a Link 1 and a level 1, and that's full Yummy combo. So like you can just play a Sky Striker package. You can just play a Sky Striker package in any deck, and like at most you need to commit like 3 extra deck slots, and then like 3 to 4 main deck slots. So like it's just as generic as the Fiendsmith engine. And I don't think people have looked at it as an engine. Like, people have looked at it in pure, but like as an engine, it's only 3 to 4 main deck slots and 3 extra deck slots. Potentially 4 if you want to go for more extra deck slots. But like, it's so broken. If you like, all you need is like a Hornet Drone, right? If you're running the Hornet Drones, then you have to run those Sky Striker stuff as well, which is more than 3 extra deck slots, but still. For me, it's only 3 extra deck slots because I actually already have the materials to summon it. All I need is 1 Almirage, and that's it. Which I already run Almirage, and all I need to do is just add Chaos Summoning Beast, which a lot of Yubel players, they already run Chaos Summoning Beast anyway. So, if I wanted to, I can add the Yummy stuff, and like, it gives me 4 bodies during the combo and 4 extra interrupts. For my already like, for my 9 interrupt end board, it gives me 4 extra interrupts on top of that. Like, it's so ridiculously broken. And it's also resistant to board breakers as well. Kinda resistant. Because you can... Well, yeah, I guess it's not that resistant to board breakers. Because you can chain in response and then shuffle it back into the extra deck. And then summon 2 cards. But like... Wait, did I just right-click on... Or did he just banish... I just realized, how did my Yubel... Oh, he banished the Yubel. Okay. Cool. Has he used the negate? Unfortunately, he has not used the negate. And it does negate and destroy, which is actually really annoying. We can actually use that to our advantage, though, surprisingly enough. So I think I am going to bait out this negate right here. Although he could chain... Oh, he could chain SP here. That's unfortunate. Okay, so chaining SP here... Actually, I should have normal summoned Lurie. Yeah, I'm bad. I should have normal summoned Lurie. Yeah, okay, I misplayed here. This is why I should always think then do, not do then think. Okay, this is bad. I should have kept this on board. Yeah, that's lost me a body here. Okay. If this gets negated, it's over. I misplayed. I think I could have played through this board if I... Well, actually, maybe with his face downs, I think he has the Book of Eclipse effect. So I don't think I would have been able to play through this anyway. So yeah, it is what it is. Also, I don't even have enough materials to go into a Phantom, so... Let's see if this baits out the Book of Moon, but I don't have a Requiem in deck, so... Yeah. Oof. Oh, well, I have Typhon. It's Typhon something. I think he can still Book of Moon this with the trap card, if he has it. I wasn't paying attention to the combo, but... Yeah, there it is. I expected he had it, but I didn't know if he did. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I guess even if I didn't misplay there... so, I mean, what I should have done, basically, is normal summon the Lurie, and then use Requiem to actually equip to Lurie, because the Requiem doesn't actually have to be equipped to... doesn't have to be equipped to the Engraver to actually use the effect. So, I would go... Requiem attempt to equip to Lurie. He can go SP to, like, banish the Lurie, but at least I still have an Engraver on board. Not sure what I could do with the Engraver, though, come to think of it, because I don't have the Requiem in the deck. So I guess at that point, I'd still be forced to go into... I'd still be forced to go into the Typhon. So yeah, either way, I've lost basically. But if he doesn't SP the Tract, then sorry, if he doesn't SP the Luri, then I suppose I can go Engraver, send the Equip card, and send the Baron, and that would force him to negate and destroy my Engraver. Because SP can't negate that, so the Baron would still get sent to the graveyard if he doesn't negate that. And then now that Engraver's in the grave, I can use Engraver's grave effect. But then he just goes SP, and then I go. But then I can go Typhon, and then he books a Moon in it. So yeah, I was screwed either way. NT. I don't want to see another Rise of Pearly. I have a feeling they using. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Pearly player, there's no reason why you wouldn't use the Yummies, because like you just go Anima. All you need to do is just go Anima and then any level 1. And then it gives you enough bodies to go like crazy combos. You can do whatever you want basically. You can play like a half Pearly, like you can play one of each of the Pearly XYZs, and then use any level 1 and a Link 1. Do the Yummy combo, and then maybe go Ghost Trick combo. Although Ghost Trick combo does take up a lot of extra space, so maybe you'd do something else. But like, if you're in Master Duel, you can go Appaloosa, like, because they actually no, you can't. Because actually, okay, they've actually thought about this. They've actually thought about Appaloosa because the only restriction that it has no restrictions other than this. But the only restriction that it does have is that you can't Link summon Link 3 or higher monsters for the rest of the turn that you use the Link 1 effect. So, but that's technically only if you go for the Link 1. What do you call it? The Link 1 Yummy Link. But if you don't go for the Link 1 Yummy Link, I don't think you're locked. So you can still just go for like Appaloosa plays if you don't go for the Link 1. But the Link 1 does give you like 1 extra body with the field spell. So, but though for Yubel specifically, check out, I already don't run Appaloosa. So like, it literally doesn't affect me, and I haven't even considered the Yummies. So I already have a playstyle that facilitates the Yummies. So I guess you guys who haven't cut Appaloosa yet, you have to cut Appaloosa in the future. And it's gonna be in the distant future. It's like for Master Duel, it's gonna be like a year until the Yummies come out. But for TCG, it's gonna be like maybe 6 to 9 months, I think, at the soonest. Maybe even 3 months. But like it hasn't actually been announced yet when they're releasing the new deck build pack for TCG. But I think it's like already out in the OCG already. So with IP available, I don't think that's... Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. Because you can just go IP and then... Yeah, that's a good point. Holy crap, that's actually broken as heck. Why did you... What are you doing? Hello? This guy just missed lethal because he attacked him with the Sprite Elf. What do you... Like, he booked it himself. What did you think that was? A freaking Ash Blossom? Like, even Ash Blossom's like 18, so like... Bro missed out on 14 damage. But I guess... Oh, hey, they have the Battle Step stuff. End Step. That's pretty cool. I think that's a new addition. Surely this guy had, like, a lethal somewhere. I refuse to believe that this guy didn't have lethal. I think he got greedy and, like, destroyed my continuous spell. Or something. Oh, no, yeah. He got greedy. Well, actually, to be fair, this was an unknown. So I think I would have done the same. But I had like, what, 3 bodies? How did he not OTK me there? Whatever. I guess he didn't have enough move removal. Either way, looking at this end board, there's not really any top decks I can do to... I mean, who am I kidding? Like... Oh, I do have an Engraver, actually. Maybe I can time my opponent out. Yeah, with the Apo negates, I don't think this is going to work. I should have shuffled back the Requiem. Actually, no, not shuffling back the Requiem. Okay, buddy. Sure. They need to ban Apo. They need to ban Apo, man. This is ridiculous. I wrote the Protoss in end phase, but like in draw phase, but even if I draw into a Spirit, it's not gonna work. Maybe if he like decides to combo off and I draw Imperm Spirit, then I might be able to win. Oh no, because he still has the Omni Negate with the Ilias Silver. Ripperino. But yeah, the Yummy cards are really, really good. And I don't think enough people have explored it as an engine. I think in the Road to the King, like the new the reports of OCG, they're gonna see like the Yummy cards as like top tier. It's actually too good. It's you just can't hand trap that stuff. Every card is an extender or a starter. So like with pure, like you're just going insane. And I say pure, like you're probably running a bunch of other synchros. So like, and bloody hell, we're literally still at square one, and we've been streaming for like 2 hours. It's literally just been win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. And I haven't been misplaying that much. I think I like lost one game to a misplay. But like, God, I'm telling you, it's this format. Like, it really is this format. I refuse to believe that Yubel is not top tier. Like, if Yubel's not top tier, then neither is Snake Eyes. To be fair, I can agree that Snake Eyes doesn't mean a Fiendsmith White Forest is tier 1. Ooh, I'm very tempted to Droll here. Actually, I'll chain Max C so that I can use Droll on Resolution if the Max C gets negated. Okay, so now we can use Droll. And the Droll should do a number on them because he has at least one dead card in hand. So unless these 3 cards can play on the Droll, hopefully this is a turn skip nonetheless. Unfortunately, we don't have that many starts. Oh, he just quits. Okay. Cool. I guess his hand was just vulnerable to Droll. Makes sense. There aren't many decks that can play through Droll after you go Engraver. That tummy will be broken. It's called Yummy, as in like tasty. Y-U-M-M-Y. Will be broken to a small engine in... Oh, yeah. I've seen it being played in Tri Brigade, and it's actually really, really good. Because I think you can get a Tri Brigade Link 1 and a level 1. Because they're all beast monsters. They're all light beast monsters. So, yeah. Okay, we start with Dark Beckoning Beast. I'm very tempted to go for a first action Phantom, actually. You know what? I think we should just go first action Phantom just in case they have a Maxi. I wasn't paying attention, but we'll go first action Phantom just in case. Because we have Throne Engraver, which is like enough. Okay, so I don't think they did have a flashy thing, so but that's fine. I think we'll go Dark Beckoning Beast, because actually Dark Beckoning Beast does actually get us a larger combo than Lotus. Even though you do have to, like, summon Aerolita. Second normal. I'm not sure what the order we go in first. I think we go... Yeah, we go Fiendsmith stuff first. Oh, we're gonna have to discard the Maxi here, unfortunately. And that's fine. Low-key, maybe I should have kept the Dark Beckoning Beast in hand. The second Dark Beckoning Beast, just so I can keep the Maxi. I think that was actually the play, but it's fine. It's just a small issue. Although, for the Yummy combo, it is kind of harder to use Requiem as a Link 1. Because Requiem can only be special summoned once per turn. So if you use the Requiem for material to go into the Yummy stuff, then that kind of does cut you off from the Fiendsmith engine. So sometimes it's not worth it to use Requiem as the material for the yummy stuff. So it's not as broken as you think, because you can't go into it for every combo. You basically need the Almirage, unless you want to run Anima. But I don't think there's enough space to put Anima in the extra deck. Although running Anima does allow you to do extra combos. So maybe there's an argument to be made. But I haven't done enough research to actually say whether there is or not. So maybe there is an argument to be made to add the Anima. So that you can go off of... Because off a normal summon off of Lotus, you can't go into the Yummy combo. Okay, I go Aerial Eater next, using 2 Light Fiends. Yeah, this is fine. I hope that Link Zone being blocked doesn't matter. Don't think it does. Send Lotus. It's gonna be a long combo, buddy. Yeah, there should be this classic 2 Omni Negate end board. I'm gonna have to keep the sequence on field for a long time, which could be a bit tricky, but I think it's definitely doable. Have we used Engraver's Grave effects? No, we haven't, so that will be coming in handy later on. Let's get our Gruesome Grey Squirmer. This is with the first action. Oh, yeah, we can go Field Spell as well. We have all... I think I definitely could have gotten away with keeping the other Dark Beckoning Beast in hand to discard off of the Opening Spirit Gates. That way I can keep the Max C. Because I think I have more than enough bodies to go full combo here. And then we go Yama next. But with this, we might be able to go Caesar, actually. So, we'll see. And then I want to go Rage. And what I think I'll do is... Actually, we might need the board space, so... The Yubel will be one of my level 10s. I can shuffle back the Terror and this for a Phantom for an extra body. And that might also be necessary to be banished material for Aerolita. If I can. I'm not sure if I can, though. Okay, we'll definitely want to go Rage, so we'll do Rage first, and then we'll think about the other things later. So, Rage. And then... I think we go Shalvara now. Wait, this is really, really complicated. This is seriously very, very complicated. I want to banish the Yubel with Aerolita effects. And I also want... I have Engraver's Grave effect. I think we should go for the Engraver stuff first. Yeah. I've used up way too much time, I just realized. And actually, because we are going to be Fiend locked, I'm going to do this now. And then if we need to, we can use Squirmer to trigger Yama. Because we don't want to trigger Yama now. I might have done this in a slightly incorrect order, but it's fine. Because I think it's going to be a good combo regardless. We need to go Moon. I just wanted to make sure that I don't Fiend lock myself and I get the Desiree summon out of the way. But if I had more time to think, I could have sequenced this to get maybe a Caesar on the field as well. Although I still might have a chance of getting the Caesar though, so we'll see. So we go for Tract. This will be our Desiree summon. What do we have here? The Aerial Eater. Okay. We'll go Aerial Eater now. I don't think we can get the thingy, but... Oh, we have to banish both of them? Shit. Oh, no, 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 no. That was not meant to happen. Okay, I've messed up. I've messed up a little bit here. But that's not fine. Actually, that's not fine. I messed up here. I wish I could have cancelled that. And get the Lotus out. Okay, unfortunately I messed that up. Very, very difficult sequencing going on there. But what I was meant to do was to summon the Phantom so that I can banish the Phantom. I summon the Phantom, then link it off into a Muckraker with maybe the Gruesome Gravescomber, I think. And then to summon Aerial Eater, I was supposed to... But then I didn't have an extra card in hand to discard with Muckraker to get out that second level 6 to go into Caesar. But as you can see, it's definitely possible. Your opponent draws one. Is this to summon? That's fine. We have plenty of negates here. So I'm probably going to go for a Phantom on the Hugin. Because we definitely want to save the Desiree for a more important spell. There's always Link Rebo. Yeah, that's true. Wait, what? What is this? Neither player can activate monster effects. Okay. But I still have Nightmare Pain at least, so... Okay, well, classic stun player, dude. Okay, so this is going to be awkward if he, like, goes for, like, a... There can be only one or something. Okay, I got Kaiju'd. Wait. I can... Oh, neither player can activate monster effects. Right. Okay, that includes in the graveyard, apparently. Okay. Interesting. So, can we control one attribute of a monster? So we're definitely keeping Dark. So we can chip away with Nightmare Pain, but it's getting a bit iffy if more stuff happens. Okay, well there goes my Nightmare Pain. Annoying. I can't activate monster effects. We need some kind of high attack monster here. Okay, at least he's paying some life points here. If I can get into a Varudras, I think I might be okay, but it's not going to be easy depending on what his last face down is. Unfortunately, I banished my thingies, so... Wait. Don't I have a spirit in deck? Why can't I activate Samsara Lotus? Oh, I can't activate because of Majesty's Fiend. Okay. Right, that can't be activated. Okay, so I'm kind of in a stalemate here. That's so annoying. Is there actually nothing I can do? Yeah, legit, there's actually nothing I can do. I just need to wait to draw... I just need to wait to draw Harpies. I can't believe, like, a stun player just, like, broke my board like that. That's so annoying. Definitely didn't expect that. So luckily this is not an activated effect, but I don't think I have much use for this, so I'm just gonna let it just get destroyed. I can't even trigger Yammer either. So boring. I think I lose this because unless I top deck the Harpies right now, even then there's 2 unknowns which could be a judgment. But like it's gonna take me ages to like yeah, I think I just lose. We'll put this to defense, but and he's playing Runic as well, so I deck out first. God, I just can't activate monster effects. I just did not expect him to just tribute someone like that. But I guess against stun players, I should be wary of Majesty's Fiend. So lame, man. Why am I losing to stuff like this? This wouldn't have worked if I had a higher attack monster. But I guess he had the Kaiju, so I need to have 2 high attack monsters. So kind of unlucky. If I didn't mess up my combo, I would have a Varudras, to be fair. And with the Varudras, I think I would have won this. So it is my fault for messing up the combo. It is totally my fault for messing up the combo. So honestly, I know I blame it on the format a lot, but maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me just misplaying when it counts the most. Don't think 1-for-1 gets me anything. Well, I lose. Oh, to summon. Not why didn't you negate the effects of Phantom? Okay, whatever. Like, summoning Hugin wasn't necessary, but I guess you want to guarantee that I can't half-piece you, to be fair. So I guess this was the play. I think it's going to be my last game, by the way. Do I chain this? Yeah, I do chain this. I've got no unchains in deck. We'll summon Shavar, I guess, in defense. Oh, Shavar is a fire monster. Okay. Yeah, I just need to misplay less. I wouldn't have lost this game if I did the combo correctly. I still did a good combo, but he just so happened to have the exact, like, basically the exact hand that, like, beats me. Essentially. I guess 1 goes in is, like, probably enough, but, like, it's just the fact that I didn't have anything. Like, if he didn't have the Kaiju, I would have won. If he didn't have Majesty's Fiend, I would have won. I don't know. And now I can't Harpies him, actually, so... Wait, I should probably quit this actually because I don't think this is getting many achievements, right? Activate trap, destroy. Okay, so I do have the activated trap thing, so unfortunately we're gonna have to sit through this. If you're watching the VOD, you can skip through though. Oh wait, actually, I might be losing. It could be over in a couple of turns, so. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any ideas for like the yummy cards and how they can be used in Yubel. Because at the moment I'm just basically using 3 in the extra deck and 4 in the main deck. And tell me if you think it's worth it. What can I do here? I can't activate effects. So it'd just be like Requiem Pass. Okay, I'm actually not going to prolong this. In fact, I'm actually going to normal summon Veiler and try and end myself early. I think he's wondering why I've normal summoned this. I want that achievement progress. But I'm just making 0 progress though. Like, I mean, like last format, I was losing like 1 or 2 games every now and again, like to my own misplays. Like 1 in every 10 games, maybe I like lost because of one of my misplays. If that, like 1 in every 20 games. I think that's about the same ratio right now, but like even then my win rate was like 70% or higher. But like this win rate is just awful. Awful relatively speaking, because technically it's still above 50%. But it's in Diamond as well, it's not even Masters, like. Yummy in Yubel, kinda awkward just because it beast type. That's a good point, it is beast type. Artifact engine? I don't think I would ever put an artifact engine in Yubel. And what does the artifact engine do? What does the artifact engine do for the yummy Yubel combination? I might let this guy deck me out, because I know there is an achievement to like deck out your opponent like 20 times. So I might, if it's not that much longer. Well, I don't want to wait 8 turns though, so I am gonna normal summon. Yeah. Whoa! Hey, it's a Harpies. He can Hugin it though, so this really doesn't do anything. But nice to know that I actually draw the Harpies in the matchup, and then he just protects it with Hugin. So I do actually draw it, it's just nothing came off of it, so. Shame, really. So in that situation, I would have had to like draw specifically Imperm Harpies and have an empty board against these 2 beat sticks. Like, yeah, that's not happening. I suppose I can set the Imperm, so I guess I didn't have to have an empty board, but like still. Okay, I'm getting sick and tired of getting 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. We've actually lost progress. Like, I don't know what's going on. I seriously think it's this format. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 losses. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. Oh, my God. Yeah, I just need to grind for longer. And, like, we're definitely 100%, we are not making Master 1. We're not even close. I think I am losing a lot to, like, Snake Eyes, Azamina, Fiendsmith, White Forest, but, so maybe, like, it's a case of, like, I just don't have the best deck, and, like, maybe this is just the true win rate of my deck because of the fact that, like, there's 3 full losses, and, even though, like, my deck is just as powerful as every other Fiendsmith deck, like, yeah. I don't know. We'll try. You'll just keep on grinding. We'll figure something out. I don't think there's any breakthroughs I can make with this deck. I think this deck is as powerful as it is. I don't think I can get much more consistent than this. I can make my deck like 2% more powerful, but by sacrificing some consistency, by like adding some cards. Not really willing to do that. Once Necroquip Princess comes out, I think that would definitely improve the deck significantly. Because it turns Opening of Spirit Gates into a 1-card combo. It turns Fabled Lure into a 1-card combo. So that'll be something. Not sure what I would cut. I might have to cut the Typhon though. For the Necroquip. Alright, well, you guys have a nice day. Thanks for tuning in. Hello Fongha, sorry that I'm ending stream. To be honest, I don't think Yubel is good this format. The other decks that do the same thing as Yubel, but with less weaknesses. I think that's a good point. I mean, I still think Yubel is a strong deck, so like... But I guess like tier 2 is just not... I think Yubel is at least tier 2. But I guess tier 2 is just not enough for this format. I think you have to be playing a tier 1 deck to have like a solid 70% win rate. So I guess you just need to be playing Snake Eyes, Azamina, Fiendsmith. Because I think you're just completely right. Like, Snake Eyes, Azamina, Fiendsmith, it just has less bricks than Yubel. They do the same thing. They go for a crazy board with, like, Apo and, like, you can't beat it. You can't beat the end board. But, like, with less bricks and more starters, I think, as well. And also more pushers. I only have, like, 3 pushers. I have, like... 1 push with Opening of Spirit Gates, like at most 4. So like 1 push with Opening of Spirit Gates, another push with a normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast or Lotus, a 3rd push with Nightmare Throne, and a 4th push with Fiendsmith Engraver or Tract. So I have like 4 pushes, and that's quite a specific combination. Whereas like I guess with Snake Eyes Azamina for bullshit deck, they have like. They have the same number of pushes, but I guess it's more consistent, right? Like, any normal summon of a White Forest card can, like, get them into stuff. Some of them special summon themselves from the hand as well. The Fiendsmith stuff gets them into Sprite Elf. Some people are running the Millennium stuff, which on its own you have to stop by the Fiendsmith stuff. So I guess the choke point is the Fiendsmith stuff, but even without the Fiendsmith stuff, they just... After you negate the Fiendsmith stuff, they just go into the Azamina stuff. Also, Diabell Star is a push. If they're running Snake Eye stuff, then I don't think every player runs Snake Eye stuff. But it's only a small engine, right? You just play Snake Eye Ash, Snake Eye Poplar, and Original, right? And Flamberge, I guess. Flamberge, Oak. That's only like what, 5 cards? It's quite a few bricks though. Because, like, the Flamberge is a brick. Oak's kind of a brick. Okay, well, I'm done analysing this. I'll see you all on the next stream we do. Not sure when that will be. I'm going to be streaming a little bit more often just so that I can get to Diamond 1 before the end of the season. And we don't really have too long left before the season ends. How long do we have left, actually? We have 5 days, so I'm going to be streaming a little bit more often. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.